After 40 minutes, brought to you by Apple Auto Glass. When it comes to safety, you'll see we care.
I know it won't help Vancouver to feel any better, but if you get a chance, go to the Bahamas, to Harbor Island, to the Runaway Hill, beautiful resort that Mark Messier runs with his brother Paul and his gorgeous sister Jen, who's really the brains behind that operation. And I don't know if we saw Rich's fishing boat, but that's heaven on earth, which is Game 7 of a Stanley Cup, and it looks like we're headed there. Mark, your thoughts on the first two periods here?
Well, I don't think anybody would have expected this to happen in this game here. All the games, other than the third game, have been very close. But it just goes to show you it's a tough trophy to win for good reason. Both teams want it. Both teams are showing it. Both teams deserve to be here. And it's going to go, looks like it, unless something happens in the third period, looks like we're going to Game 7.
Timmy Thomas is doing exactly what Kirk MacLean did for Vancouver, and you had Mike Richter in response, and they've got Vezina candidate Roberto Luongo. So what would your advice be? Like, Vancouver's got Samuelson's won it, and Rafi Torres has been in it, and that's it. Like, this is a lot of pressure going on for the 7th, unlike you've had.
And it's tough to win, especially when they haven't got guys there that have won it before and can lend those experiences to the guys on the bench right now. And Samuelson not being in the lineup really hurts them to have that experience there. And as you know, when you're under fire trying to go through these experiences for the first time, it's tough. They don't know what to expect, but they're certainly passed some acid tests throughout these playoffs this year, and going in here to this Game 6 here, they had an opportunity. Looks like we're going back for Game 7, but they've withstood all the tests up to this point this year, so we'll wait and see what happens.
And maybe that's the key. That Chicago couldn't have been any more pressure than the 7th game they had against the Blackhawks.
Tremendous amount of pressure on the team there. It was incredible. I was thousands of miles away there, and I felt the pressure for the team there just because of what had happened to them. But they've gotten the goaltending. The team has played well. They've answered every test that's come their way so far in these playoffs there, and they got another big one in front of them right now.
Zdeno Chara is up with Nick Lidstrom and Shane Doan for your Mark Messier Leadership Award, so I know you really like to watch him. Who are some of the players who've caught your eye for the Bruins first? Who do you like to watch?
Well, I think the Krejci, in my mind, has just been the catalyst for this team there. He's an amazing hockey player. You think when you watch him there, he sees the ice so well. He makes all the people around him better. That line, Lucic, what can you say about Chara? I mean, amazing hockey player, and that size and that strength with that skill, and of course the goaltending. But when you get to this point right here, you can look down all the way up and down the roster there because everybody's doing their job.
And everybody wants to make Ryan Kesler Mark Messier, so I'm sure you enjoy I don't know if he's playing nicked. We are all suspecting that he might have a little groin strain or something going on, but what about Kesler and some other Canucks?
Yeah, he's played amazing too. Everybody's hurt at this time of year. If you're not hurt, you're not playing hard enough. I can guarantee you that. When you play under this kind of stress for 2 months, not only physically but mentally, you're banged up, and everybody on that ice is banged up right now. But Kessler's been incredible. That series against Nashville there, he put the team on his back and he carried him through there.
And you being a warrior, the kind of guy who respects a battle, not the outcome, Mark. It was high sticking. I remember in your day, it might have been that would be the thing that got vicious. In this series, it's been sort of the embellishing or some of the little games that you play to try and get that edge. Not saying that hasn't gone on time immemorial, but what are your thoughts when you hear people sort of worry about it?
Well, I think psychological warfare in 7-game series is a big part of winning. You have to figure out a way to not only contain your own emotions there, but try to unravel the other team. Physically, both teams are going to be there, but the psychological warfare in a 7-game series, in my mind, is an important and often underestimated point in these series there. And both teams are trying to unnerve the other, and that's what you see, and you're seeing the end result of it.
And you're okay with it then? Do you think that what they've done is right?
I think, I've always never been the one that talked a lot in between games, played hard, but everybody's different. It takes all kinds. I don't have a problem with the things that are going on in the series there because I know everybody wants to win it.
That's good. Oh boy, have they battled, both teams. Thanks, Mark. Real pleasure to have you.
Me on.
Only man to captain 2 teams to a Stanley Cup. Scotto.